Welcome to the John Galt Line's overview of the LionChief Plus command system. I'll be using an NW2 switcher engine to demonstrate the various features available under LionChief Plus. All of these features function the same way with other LionChief Plus engines, both diesel and steam. FlyerChief engines also function in the same manner. When we apply power to our track, the locomotive will begin to beep as it looks for a signal from the remote. The first thing we'll have to do is install batteries in the remote. The LionChief Plus remotes require 3 AAA batteries. These are installed by removing the back cover from the remote with a small Phillips screwdriver. Each battery is then inserted into its slot. The rear cover is then placed back over the batteries, and we can tighten the screw to hold the battery door down with a small Phillips screwdriver. I recommend using a quality name brand battery in your LionChief Plus remotes for the longest life. I'm using Rayovac alkaline batteries here, but I've also used Duracell rechargeable batteries in my other remotes, and they've worked just as well with a very long life. With our batteries installed, we can finally turn on the remote, and this will stop the engine's beeping as it links up. Speed and direction are controlled with the knob on the remote. The center position is neutral. Turning clockwise will move the engine forward. The knob will click into place with each speed step as you turn it. LionChief Plus engines have 16 speed steps in each direction, including the neutral position. Each speed step is directly proportional to the previous one. On the NW2, each step is exactly 125% of the previous speed. LionChief Plus engines also feature constant speed control. When the remote is set to a given speed, the engine will continue moving at that speed without regard for grades, curves, the load being pulled, or the voltage to the track. The speeds will remain the same anywhere between 8 and 18 volts. However, the very highest speed step in each direction will not be available with less than 14 volts applied to the track. Those of you paying close attention may have noticed the small toggle switch sticking out of the left side of my remote. I'm using this for a separate project, but it has nothing to do with the normal operation of a LionChief Plus remote. For this review, you can just ignore it. I will talk about it more in the next video I put up. There are 3 buttons on the LionChief Plus remote. One for the horn or whistle, one for announcements, and one for the bell. Pressing the horn button will blow the horn or whistle as long as the button is held down. Pressing the bell button will start the bell ringing. The bell will ring until you press the button again. Pressing the announcement button will play one of the various crew announcements. These announcements change if the engine is stopped or moving, and depending on how long it's been since the engine started or stopped. Double-clicking the horn button will fire the rear electric coupler. Double-clicking the bell button will do the same for the front coupler. The button must be pressed twice in less than 1 second to activate the couplers. To adjust the volume of the sound effects on the engine, we must hold down the horn and bell buttons. We hold these down for at least 3 seconds, and then we can use the knob to control the volume level. The center position is the quietest volume, and turning in either direction will raise the volume louder. Here we're set to full volume. Now let's turn the volume back down. Once again, we'll hold both of the buttons down, and then we'll turn the dial about halfway. The engine will remember this sound setting until you give it a new one, even if it's powered off for long periods of time. It's important to remember that the engine will begin moving at whatever speed the dial is set at when you let go of the buttons if you do not quickly turn it back to the center position. Okay, there you have the overview of all the functions of the LionChief Plus remote. Let's just have a little fun moving the engine around at nice low speeds. The NW2 starts out at approximately 1.9 scale miles per hour at its lowest speed step. As I finish my overview, there are a couple other things I'd like to mention. Conversely, the crew announcements are also available when running in conventional operation. These are assessed by quickly pressing the whistle button on your transformer. Pressing the whistle button down for more than 1 second will activate the whistle or horn as normal. The electrocouplers are only available through the LionChief Plus remote. You can't use them in conventional operation. With the LionChief Plus Rail Sounds RC system, all of the engine sounds will play at the same time with one exception. If the bell is ringing and you press the announcement button, the bell will stop until the end of the announcement before resuming again. Thank you for watching the John Galt Lines overview of the LionChief Plus control system. Hopefully you found this video entertaining and informative. Please tune in for other videos that I'll be posting on YouTube shortly. Thank you very much for watching.